The girl's hand was trembling when I opened the door. 3 miles, barefoot, in the heat. Her skin was red, cracked, her voice small. "Uncle, Mommy won't wake up." I remember kneeling down, holding her shoulders. "Where's your mom, sweetheart?" "At home." "And your dad?" Her eyes shifted, unsure if she should answer. "He came home last night. They were yelling." Then I heard 3 bangs. Silence stretched between us. I felt my stomach sink. Not fall, just sink, slow and deliberate. "Get in the car," I said. The drive was long, even though it was only minutes. The road blurred. Her tiny hand clutched the seatbelt like it was the only thing keeping her alive. When we reached the house, the door was open. The air smelled metallic, thick, wrong. I stepped inside and froze. The living room was too quiet. A single shoe lay near the couch. There was blood on the floor, but not enough to explain the look on my niece's face. Then I saw her, my sister, and what was still clutched in her hand. A gun, and a photograph, creased, wet with blood. My brother-in-law's face stared back from it, but not alone. He was holding another woman, and she was smiling. Grief comes in waves, but that night it came like a blade, cold, precise. I called the police, gave my statement, played the calm brother, the guardian, the caretaker. But inside, something twisted awake. They said it was a murder-suicide. They said she shot him, then herself. But there was no second body. Her husband? Gone. The police searched for him for 3 days. Then they stopped calling. I didn't. I kept the photograph, studied it. The woman beside him, familiar in a way I couldn't name. Dark hair, narrow eyes, a mole near the corner of her lip. I saw her once more, in a reflection. My wife's phone. A text that flashed briefly before she turned the screen away. A name, a time, a hotel. And for one long, nauseating moment, my mind refused to connect the lines. But then I did, and the world folded in on itself. I didn't confront her, not yet. I waited, watched. Her lies were elegant, little things that tripped in the dark. A work dinner, a late meeting, perfume that wasn't hers. I followed her one night, stayed 2 cars behind. She pulled into a hotel parking lot on the outskirts of town, room 212. I waited in the car for an hour, then 2. The curtains in the room stayed drawn, but I saw his silhouette when the lights flickered on. My sister's husband, alive. The police said she killed him. The photos said otherwise. I didn't feel rage, not yet, just alignment. Pieces falling into their proper places. I began collecting things, quietly, receipts, photos, recordings. The truth has a sound, a heartbeat under silence. When it was ready, I sent one message. "Dinner tonight, just us." She smiled when she came home that evening, kissed my cheek, told me she missed me. I said nothing. Her phone buzzed. She didn't answer it, but I saw the name. The same one from the photo, my dead sister's husband. Dinner was quiet, too quiet. I watched her chew, sip, swallow. I studied the tremor in her fingers when she reached for her glass. Then I slid the envelope across the table. "Open it." She hesitated. Then she did. Photos, receipts, hotel records. One last picture. Her, with him, outside the same house where my sister bled out on the floor. She froze. "How long?" I asked. She didn't answer. "How long did you know my sister was dead before you deleted his number?" Her eyes filled, but her voice was steady. "It wasn't what you think." I leaned in. "It never is." She tried to speak, to explain, but her mouth only opened and closed, like a drowning thing searching for air that no longer wanted her. I stood, calm, detached. "I thought you should know," I said quietly. The police reopened her case. A lie, but necessary. Her face drained of color. "What did you do?" she whispered. "Nothing," I said. "Not yet." The next morning, I visited him. He was staying in a motel now, waiting, hiding. He looked surprised to see me. I handed him a flash drive. "Everything you need to disappear," I said. "No one will look for you." He took it, confused, relieved. As I turned to leave, I added softly, "She knows you're alive." His relief died in his throat. He said something, panic maybe, but I didn't hear. By the time the police found him 2 days later, she was already gone. Passport missing, car abandoned near the border. The irony was quiet, almost poetic. She thought she was running from him. He thought he was hiding from her. Neither knew they were already buried under the same lie. My niece sleeps in the next room now. Sometimes she calls out for her mother in her dreams. I tell her it's okay. That the bad man can't hurt anyone anymore. And when I say it, I almost believe it. Some nights I take out the photograph, the one from my sister's hand, folded, blood-stained. I keep it in my wallet, not as a reminder, as proof that betrayal always bleeds the same color, and that I'm not the man I used to be. Not since the day a 4-year-old walked 3 miles in the sun to tell me the truth I was never meant to hear.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.